Hello, it's Helen Howe from Helen Howe Designs at Crafts You Print. Today I want to show you how to put together my new wave card design. Now I call it a wave card because I designed this with little waves. Now in the kit you get a card back. So this is actually the card of the back and the front of the card, and this is the inside of the card. Along with it you get pyramid decoupage, a choice of labels. I've chosen the happy birthday ones, and some butterfly decoupage, and then of course an envelope. So let's get started. Now the first thing we need to do, and it's probably easier to do it first, is we need to glue the inside to the back and front of this card. So let's get on and do that. I'm going to glue this side rather than that side, and I'm using glue rather than my favourite Easy Runner Grand, because I think that one might need to move it around to get it to line up correctly. So I'm using Boss Stick glue stick, which works very, very well. Oh, now before I carry on, I've forgotten to give you the credits for the graphics here. Here we have from Crafty Bob at www.craftsyourprint.com. The tag shape labels are from Vicky Summoner Designs at Crafts You Print. The butterflies come from Azine's Creations at Crafts You Print. And the card backing is from Digital Curio. I think we've covered it all, and of course the template is by me. I think we got it all. You can find all my kits in my shop exclusively at Crafts You Print. www.craftsyourprint.com/Helen-Howe/. Okay, let's get on with this, because this is what you're interested in. So I'm going to make sure that I get all these edges glued. There we go. Then around the middle. And I'm just going to run those edges once more just to make sure that we're there. Now let's pick that up and move that out our way, along with the gluey bit of paper. And we'll turn our back over and do our best to line these two pieces up. Now, here we go. Best to line up your tops first, and the rest should fall into place. Thereabouts. Have I got it right? Almost, look. Just slide it a bit more, and a bit more this way. And we're there. Perfect. Now then, I'm just going to reach for, if I can find it, and it seems to have gone walking, my roller. Oh, there it is. It's got something stuck to it. I wonder what that is. I don't want to risk that getting on my card, so I'm going to put some paper over the top so I don't mark the card. But if I press it down enough, we'll get a good stick. That's just as well I did, because there's something sticky on this. There we go. All right, move that out of the way. And there we have our inside and our outside, perfectly matched. Okay, let's get rid of the gluey bit of paper. So the next thing we need to do now is score this line. It's a very simple card. As you know, I like simple cards, but I like them not just to be simple, I like them to look effective when they're made. And I think this design does that. So here we go. Let's get this lined up. I'm going to make sure that I stay in line with this. Yes. I'm going to run it down carefully to start with. I've got to come over more. No, that's still not right. Let's do that again. Just to be best to be sure than be incorrect. Get the card straight enough. It's going to run down. Yep, that's it. So now I can put some pressure on. Now I'm using gloss so that you know that I'm going to be quite careful, even if I have to turn it over and score the other side, not to crack this gloss paper, because that is what the worry is. Okay, so I think we're going to do the other side as well to match. This is the only thing, when you're backing one sheet onto another, it can become harder to fold. Now, in retrospect, I've done gloss on the inside. I probably would have done silk paper, which would have made it thinner, and just left the decoupage gloss. But anyway, this is what I've done, so here we go. So I'm now going to bend that. And remember what I said about gloss, you've got to go careful so that you don't crack it. So I find bending it slowly and pinching it is the perfect way to go. And once you get it there, you can start to push it down with your knife. So again, I'll say if I was making this again, I would do the insert on matte paper and I would just do the decoupage pieces on gloss. Anyway, there's our card as such, and now all we have to do here is add our decoupage. So first of all, we'll put those to one side because I've put a little bit of glitter on these and I want to make sure that's perfectly, and it's not dry before I do anything to it. So let's start with our pyramid decoupage. Got a mark on there. Anyway, because that's quite a big piece, I'm going to use fairly big pieces of foam squares here. And that's the right way up, so we need to make sure we've got them the right way up before we even put them in. 1, 2, I'm going to put these around the edge, yep, and 2 down each side, because this is acting as the base to the decoupage. And we want to make sure that it's strong enough to support the other pieces. And we'll put a middle one, and we'll just do, whoops, 2 more up here, I think. That way we've got a nice solid, I might do 1 there as well, working area for our card. So it's quite a lot on there, but it's up to you. But I prefer to make sure that my my decoupage is firm and is not going to collapse on one another. Particularly when it's pyramid, you know, you want it to sit just right. I love trying to come up with newish types of designs. Look, there probably isn't a design that somebody else hasn't done before, but it's always variations on designs, and it keeps it interesting for me if I can think up a variation, even if it's purely just a change in the shape that comes across. It just keeps it alive for me. And then when I've had enough of doing that, I go back to just making square cards or oblong ones, depending on how the mood grabs me or the design that I have in my head. So we have to make sure we've got this up the right way, and we can actually see the artist's Rob Poe, I think it is, name on the card. I like to try and keep that in if I can, because I think it's important to acknowledge who's actually done the artwork. And now bring this down, get these out my way, trying to do it too far away from me. Don't forget we're going to put a label over the top of that, so we just need to line that one up and the bottom one up, and that's perfect. So there's your first layer in. Now this is layer number 2. I've made these so they're not too difficult to line up, you should get an easy match. One either side should do it. Go. Just take your time when you do pyramid decoupage. It is important to make sure that you have actually matched up properly, otherwise the pyramid just doesn't look correct. And you want to create that 3D effect, which again, unless you get it lined up properly, you miss out on doing. So I'm going to judge it by this flower here, and I know that I've got most of it up there, all but, and that one goes with that, and that goes, no, I'm too high. See, it's, just lift it carefully. If you get it wrong, don't rip it off, or you'll take the surface off your bottom piece. Oh dear. You've seen me struggle before, so that's okay. Just shows you that we too have the same problems as you who buy our designs. And that should be still too far over. Oh no, that's right, that fits onto there. That's correct, I think. And then that wants to come over just a fraction. One more go, hey guys? One more go. I've just noticed there's a tiny bit of the frame there, so that's what I'm going to aim for this time. So you can just be a fraction out and it alters everything. So I'm not afraid to show you that I make mistakes or that I have to have a few goes at things, because I think that's what normal people do. Now then. That's it. That lines up with that, and that, and that, and that. That's perfect now. That's a perfect line up. Good. Whew, she said. And we go for the third one. Why do these things do this? Go across, please. Stuck to me. So annoying. And across, and we just want two on either side, and one always in the middle. Okay, let's see if I can get this on first time. Have you made your Christmas cards yet? It's time to get started if you haven't, and there are fabulous designs to choose from on Craftsouprint. So head on over there if you haven't already, and while you're over there, don't forget to give my little shop a look. Okay, I think we're going to go with this one. This will be the easier one of the two. That's it. That's a perfect match. There and there and there. How about that? Done in one. Oh, I feel that my confidence has been restored. Now then, this is only small, so we're only going to put 3 onto here. That should do it fine. Here we go. We've got the top leaf of the blue and just that bottom bit of the greens. So if we can line up more or less. No, that's out. Oh well, 1 out of what, 4? Wasn't bad, was it? Come on, come off. Don't be naughty. There we go. Perhaps we'll look at this piece. This might be an easier one to match. So we want to get that. That's it. That matches. That matches, and that matches. Perfect. There you go. That's your pyramid decoupage, and I think that really is a nice effect. So now we're going to put our label of choice. I've chosen Happy Birthday over the top here. And it only has to go over this layer. It doesn't have to go over all of the other layers. In the middle so that it's steady. Press it down. Now let's get this on. It goes under there, so don't forget to lift that. There you go. Okay, I think that's really rather nice. So now for our butterflies. Just give that another press. Now then, it's up to you how you stick them on. If you want to stick them on flat and put your foam squares right across, that's up to you, but I like to bend their wings up, so I'm only going to be putting foam squares, and I'm going to be using very small foam squares in the middle, like that, no more than that. Take that off, I'm still being very careful because the little bit of glitter is not quite dry yet. And line it up and pop it on. And then you can just lift the wings up a little like that, and they'll sit out like that. So the choice is yours. You can have them flat, or you can have them so that their wings raise. Oops, look, I put my finger there on the glitter. It doesn't dry quick enough for me. There we go. Line it up and stick it down and raise its wings up. And there's your card. I think that's really rather nice. And then you can write your message on the back. Now, I don't usually, I'll move that out of the way, show you how to put an envelope together, but I thought there may just be somebody out there who doesn't know. So just this once in this demo, I'm going to show you. So first of all, this is the front of our envelope, and we're going to score down this line here. Right. Couple of times should do it. That's our flap. That's gone through. That is going to go over the top of our envelope. Alright, there you go. And when you come to seal it, you can put double-sided tape or put sellotape on the outside, whatever you like to do. So now we're going to score all these lines. That should be just about right. Okay, that's one. This one's a bit more tricky because I can't get it flat up. I have to make sure I've lined it the best I can. I'll just run it down slowly and see. Yep, that's there. I'll put a bit of pressure on now. Good. And we've got one more here. Do it on the 5, that'll make it easier for me. Line it up. And the 5 is there. Come across a tiny bit more, just run it down slowly to make sure, just out a little bit. You need to get your lines in the correct place, otherwise your envelope will end up smaller than it should be. Okay, so now we're going to turn all these over. Now I've come to a way of putting my envelopes together that I like, that tends to suit all envelopes. I was doing it 2 different ways, but I'm not anymore. I'm doing it one way. So first of all, we're going to do this piece, and I'm going to use my lovely Easy Runner Grand for this. So let's try and get that as close as possible. That's it. And you're going to bend that over like that. You've glued it and you bend it over. And we might actually have to put just a little bit more just to catch that edge, because if that edge isn't tightly done, it should do. Okay, so you bend that like that and you put that down, and what you're going to do is line this up with the bottom. So make sure that you get it lined up before you put it down, because once it's stuck, it is stuck. One corner, two corners, down, open up your envelope and push it out. So that's your envelope joined up. And now all we have to do is run these runner down these sides. And again, you can do that with glue if you want to, whatever you like to do. I want to come in a little bit more to the edge, a little bit more. There we go. And then all we do is we fold, whoops, sticking to me, fold these back in, and you put one side up, make sure it fits. That's exactly right. Whoops, I've got stuck to my paper. And bend the other side in. Excellent. And put that one together as well. There you go. And voila, you have an envelope. Now I don't want to put my card in the envelope because my glitter's not dry, but to show you that it fits. This is a 6-inch square card and this is a 6.5 inch envelope, and as you can see, your card will go in perfectly. So if you want to make this set, I hope that you enjoy yourself. There is also a Christmas wave card in my designs, and I'm sure there'll be more. Until next time, happy crafting.